So here's the news that a lot of us were kind of expecting. The race for the signature for Matias Fernandez has gone to Tottenham Hotspur. I'm not happy about it, but they're the ones that have come up with the £85 million asking price. I don't know how that's configured, but what West Ham did demand was quite a substantial amount of that fee to be paid in advance, which means it's come in before PSR deadline. I'm guessing the paperwork will be officially lodged in order for it to count against our accounts, our PSR accounts, for the end of the 30th of June, because that finishes at midnight tonight. And it means that we are in a position where financially we're more stable. Been talking about this now for the last couple of weeks, where the accounts closed on the 31st of May, but PSR closes on the 30th of June. It closes at midnight. So some huge amount of money to go towards that. And it means that West Ham United, I still think there's a cash injection going into the club. On top of that would have had to be injected before the 31st of May. So, yeah, there you go. The news is that Fernandes is going to be a Tottenham player. Second year in a row, second summer in a row that we've sold one of our better players. How much of it do we care? Fernandes apparently pledged that he will help West Ham out, and he will go to the highest bidder. Despite the fact that he had a preference, or so all the Man United fans kept telling us, he had a preference for going to Man United to play alongside his namesake Bruno Fernandes. But money talks, and Tottenham Hotspur, for the second summer in a row, have got a player from West Ham. It's a bittersweet. It's bittersweet because the bitter side about it is you're strengthening a Tottenham Hotspur side. Kudus, we thought was going to, he came off the boil, Kudus. So when we sold him, I don't think many West Ham fans were that bothered about him going. But Matias Fernandez is a different kettle of fish. 21 years of age, he's going to become a big star. He's going to become a big future star in football. He's going to become a Portuguese regular international. There's no doubt about that. He's going to make a name for himself. And Tottenham Hotspur have gotten a player that's going to really benefit them. And I know a lot of people are questioning, well, why would a club go for a player that's been relegated 2 seasons in a row? Southampton and West Ham don't have the infrastructure that Tottenham Hotspur have got. So you could just see that unless it's third time unlucky, who knows? He might bring them down. Who knows? But I can't see it. So that's the bitter side, that you're strengthening a rival. But I guess the sweet side is we're not playing Tottenham Hotspur next season. And so does it really matter? And the sweet side is also that we've got the money that we want. Kretinsky has kept his promise. He said that, Nuno can keep any player that he wants to keep. But I just wonder, wouldn't Nuno have wanted to keep Fernandes? I guess he would, but then Nuno has been promised, apparently, that he will not be hampered by this sale, that there will be money available for him to strengthen the squad. So now he's got to go out there and get himself a replacement. Now, of course, there's Edson Alvarez. There's talk about him staying at West Ham, and you could look at it and go, well, okay, we've got an almost ready-made replacement. All right, Fernandes plays as a number 8, sort of like he can play defensive midfield or attacking midfield, whereas Alvarez is more a defensive midfielder. But you've got a replacement there in as much with Alvarez, and you don't have to spend any money to get him. Whether he stays Alvarez or not is another matter. I guess once his World Cup is over, we will see what happens there. So the bitter part is Tottenham being strengthened by a player who's going to be a big name in football. The sweet part is we don't have to play him next season, and we get 85 million in the bank. I don't know how it's going to be broken down, but my understanding is a large chunk of that 85 million is going to be paid in advance. So there you have it. I guess the next one now, with his World Cup over, is Crysencio Somerville. I guess we're going to have to find out what happens with him, because I've got no doubt the vultures are going to be circling around him. Is that going to be it? We're going to see fringe players, or according to Nuno, players who doesn't want will go. But the big names, I guess, are Fernandes and Somerville. So I dare say the next player on the cards to leave will be Somerville. It's now we've got to get a move on. Now we've got to get the director of recruitment in, and we've got to start looking for players to replace Fernandes, unless it's going to be Alvarez. But I still think we need to strengthen there. So there it is. Fernandes is as good as a Tottenham player. Sorry, Man United. I did say to people, Man U fans on Twitter, if you want the player, you need to pay up. And they were laughing, thinking that Fernandes was just going to walk through the door at Man U and that'd be that. £85 million. I guess you can't turn it down.